Hi guys, good evening and welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in tonight's video I will be discussing what I thought of the latest and kind of bland episode of Star Trek Lower Decks. It wasn't particularly funny, nor was it very entertaining. I'll get to that in a minute, but in case you haven't seen it, please be warned, this is a spoiler-filled review, so if you're not caught up on Lower Decks by the newest episode, the one that dropped today on Paramount Plus, you don't want to keep watching or listening, as I will be discussing spoilers, plot details, character stuff, all that jazz. That being said, you have been warned. Let's dive right back into it. I'm not sure if this episode was supposed to be making fun of cave storylines within the Star Trek franchise, or if it was paying tribute or honor to them, because it was a little unclear to me, and it wasn't particularly funny either. Like some of the shenanigans that the characters got into in their individual stories were kind of interesting, like facing the morality test by the race of aliens who were testing humans for their own interest or whatever. I don't know. That was kind of cool, but again, it was hard to tell if this episode was making fun of cave trope storylines within Star Trek or honoring them. And this episode felt like definitely it was more of a filler than it actually contributed to the overall arc of the season, which has been the mysterious vessel we thought was destroying ships of any race, enemy or ally, but it turns out they've been capturing them this whole time. And we still don't know why or who's behind it, and the Cerritos still hasn't had a confrontation with it yet. So we only have 2 episodes left this season, so it feels like the next 2 episodes will hopefully give us some conclusion or a proper wrap-up to this storyline in some capacity or in one way or another. Because this episode kind of felt like wasted potential, and it was just a filler. Like they couldn't come up with any other story, and they're saving the really good stuff for the next 2 episodes. I don't know. I just didn't really care for this episode. I didn't think much of it. It wasn't particularly funny, and I couldn't tell if they were making fun of Star Trek cave storylines or honoring them. It was hard to tell. So I didn't really care for this. I'm sorry this isn't my usual enthused review, but I'm being honest with you guys. What did you guys think of this episode? Did you care for it either? Because personally, didn't do anything for me. So hope you guys liked it more than I did. Have a good rest of your night. Thanks again for watching. We only have 2 episodes left this season, both episodes dropping on Thursdays on Paramount Plus. Have a good rest of your night, everyone. And of course, until next time, live long and prosper.